What's going on YouTube? This is Terminator Juice, and in this video I'm just going to give you guys some thoughts and predictions on the Xbox One and PS4 launches, as well as the sales I think they'll do from their launches till the end of the year, and then give my predictions on what I think the Wii U will do in the same time frame. So first, PS4 comes out next week on the 15th. I know a lot of gamers, at least 20 gamers that I know. I only know one person that's pre-ordered the PS4 and is even talking about it. Actually, two people. My brother-in-law was discussing the possibility of getting that over the Xbox. He was a big 360 fan. So PS4, I know some people think it's the most hyped thing in the world. I think it was Crunk Girl thinks it's going to be the biggest launch of all time. I don't see that. I don't see the excitement like with the PS3, 360, and the Wii last generation. But the pre-orders, I mean, Sony put out like official pre-orders at 1 million, like I want to say about a month ago. And then like 2 days later, Hip Hop Gamer says he heard it was at 2 million. Why would they promote 1 million? If it was 2 million, they would have said so. So I'm not sure what I believe. But I would guess it's definitely between 1 and 2 million pre-orders just because of the price. And yeah, I mean the PS3's been selling well over the last year, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but from launch till the end of the year, I'm going to say best case scenario for Sony, 3.5 million. Worst case for Sony, 2 million. I'm going to settle in and make a prediction of 2.75 million from launch until the end of the year, December 31st. Now that's decent. The Wii U did better, so you might guys think I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just a fanboy. But yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, I don't think a lot of people were looking for a new system, and with the games, the launch games, or majority of them are games you can get on the PS3 and the 360. So same thing with the Wii U's launch last year. Most of these games are going to be available on last gen systems. So you look at the exclusives, Killzone and Knack. I mean, Killzone might do okay, but no one's talking about Knack. I don't think that game's going to do well at all. It looks decent, I guess. The graphics and stuff look pretty good, but so yeah, 2.75 million. PS4's is my prediction. I don't think it's going to do as well as some people think. And then going into next year, they got Infamous Second Son supposedly out February, I believe, and then Destiny's supposed to be out, and then Watch Dogs. So it'll have some games. Unlike the Wii U, it's going to have some AAA titles to keep the momentum going, but we'll just have to see how that goes. So I would think by the end of the fiscal year, I think March or February, I'm not sure, I would think the PS3 would probably be around 3.5, 3.25 million at the end of the fiscal year, which would be pretty successful considering a $400 price tag. So yeah, that's what I think for the PlayStation 4. Xbox One, it's not looking as good. The pre-orders, from what I heard, were at like 700,000-800,000. Xbox One, $500. All the bullshit with the DRM, the Kinect, the always online. Now, some guy got his system early and they banned him until launch, which seems okay, but people are blowing that out of proportion. A lot of negative press. And Microsoft pretty much killed themselves with their promoting just the TV functions and stuff. I think the Xbox One's going to do alright in the long run, but I think its launch is going to be lackluster. Dead Rising 3 is, let's see, Dead Rising 3, Rise, Forza 5. I'm trying to think of its launch exclusives. I feel like I'm missing one. Crimson Tide's a download only. Killer Instinct's download only. Those could be okay. But Rise, the early word on that game is it's terrible, boring, uninspired, gameplay with amazing visuals. So that might do okay. I think the pre-orders are at 97,000. That might do okay just because it's a visual showcase for the system, but it doesn't look like a game that's going to do that well. I'd be surprised if that broke 200,000-300,000. But Xbox One, launch to the end of the year. Thinking best case for Microsoft. I mean, best case scenario would be 2.5 million. I think worst case would be 1.5 million. So I'm gonna put that right at 1.8 million. That's my prediction for consoles sold from launch November 22nd to December 31st. That's pretty low. I might be way off, but there's just not a lot of hype for the system. It's expensive. A $500 system's never done that well. The Xbox 360 was $400 and $300. Had two models. If they had a $400 model with Kinect, this thing would be right there with the PS4 with pre-orders. That's my prediction. But going on to the end of the fiscal year with Titanfall and Destiny coming out, Xbox might pick up steam if there's positive word of mouth about the operating system, which actually looks pretty cool. I could see them actually catching up to PS4. I'm going to say by the end of the year, Xbox One, the fiscal year in March, is going to be at 2.5 million. And yeah, I think the best seller, which I didn't say, PS4, unfortunately I think it's going to be Call of Duty Ghosts or Battlefield 4. The Xbox One, it's tough to say, but I think it's going to be Call of Duty Ghosts for the Xbox One. I think that's going to be the top seller for both systems by that point. And then the Wii U. I think Nintendo's going to have a pretty decent holiday. And with the price drop that happened on September 20th, the Wind Waker bundle, Mario 3D World coming out, I'm going to count from October 1st to the end of the year for my prediction, because obviously the system's already out. So I would say 900,000 would be worst case scenario from October 1st to December 31st. I think it's going to be more like 1.5 million. And potentially could be closer to 2 million, but I'm going to settle on 1.5 million, putting the global total around 5.4 million for the Wii U by the end of this year, and going into the end of the fiscal year in March with games like Donkey Kong coming out. Mario Kart probably won't hit in that time, but it's going to be announced. It's probably about April, I'm thinking, and momentum for that. I would put the end of the fiscal year, I think the Wii U is going to be, with its 1 year head start, I think it's going to be at 5.8 million, possibly up to 6 million. So that's not great, but it wouldn't be terrible. With Nintendo having Mario Kart and Smash Brothers and the Bayonetta 2 and X, and possibly a new Zelda game in 2014. I mean, there's going to be some momentum. We're not going to see a drought like we did last time. And, yeah, I think it could be good for them. I think their best-selling game will be The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, just because of the bundles and the fact that it was out early October. 3D World's going to be right behind it. You know, Nintendo doesn't release their download totals, but I think they count Wind Waker because of the bundle. So I think, you know, maybe the physical copies, 3D World will probably be ahead, but, you know, Wind Waker is going to be in more people's homes just because of the bundle and the download code that comes with that. So I think it's going to be a good year. We got Wii Sports Club just came out, Wii Fit U trial, the Wii Party U in Japan. Those bundles are just completely flying off the shelves, and the new Super Mario Bros. U, Luigi U bundles, I guess, are selling out online. So things are looking good, and a lot of people think the Xbox One and PS4 is just going to kill the Wii U. A lot of people said the Vita and smartphones were going to kill the 3DS, and the PSP was going to kill the DS. I mean, look at the history. I'm not saying the Wii U is just going to kick ass and dominate, but I think it's going to have a solid end of the year, and I think next year is going to be a lot better. But that's just my opinion. My thoughts could be way off, you know, high, low, I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think it's going to be interesting what's going to happen with the 360 and PS3. They have some pretty good momentum. Are they going to dip into the PS4, Xbox One sales? The Wii U or the Wii Mini going to dip in the Wii U sales? There's a lot of things to consider. There's just going to be a lot of video game systems out right at the same time. I think last gen the Xbox was dead when the 360 came out. PS2 did alright. GameCube was dead when the Wii came out. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to have 5 home consoles out at the same time. I mean, that's where the store's going to fit all this. There's going to have to make room. So it's going to be interesting. So we'll have to see. What do you guys think? Why don't you guys, anyone watching this video, appreciate if you leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And thank you guys for watching this video. And come back to it at the end of the year once the numbers are posted. And we'll see how close I am. Alright, see you on the next video.